following information regarding the Ensoniq ASR-10 and its revolutionary software may permanently alter your attitude as it relates to sampling, sequencing, digital recording, and keyboard performance. We recommend that you clear your mind of any previous preconceived notions or perceptions of keyboards of the past, because we're certain the incredible features of the ASR-10 and its software are likely to blow your mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Malvern, Pennsylvania, would you give a warm welcome to Ensoniq recording artist ASR-10, featuring version 2 software.
What is it, baby?
Version 2 is free, Joe.
What did you do it on? You know, because among producers, you always want to know what the next man is working with. So it's like, so what did you do it on? And I'm expecting him to tell me, you know, I did it with a Macintosh and this keyboard and this module and this keyboard. And he said, I did it on the ASR-10. And I was like, yeah, and what else? And he said, no, that's all I did it on. I said, no, that's impossible. So he said, no, I did it on the ASR-10. What you use for the effect? He said, the ASR-10. I said, you know, no like ultra harmonizer or anything like that. He said, no, I just did everything on the ASR-10. What did you sequence it with? I did it with the ASR-10. So, you know, and because I travel so much, I needed something that I could just sit in a hotel room and at least jot down my ideas. Not only does it jot down my ideas, but it lets me take it completely to the end. When you have a studio and a whole bunch of equipment and you're used to using that, it's pretty hard to accept the fact that your whole studio can be squished into one keyboard.
I've been using and playing keyboards for at least 20 years now, and I never thought that one keyboard could do it all. But Ensoniq has come up with a product, the ASR-10, that is unbelievable.
I think I got basically involved with Ensoniq because I bought my first Mirage. I don't know, I guess it was, 86, 87, something like that, when it first came out. I was basically the programmer at that time, and I also played bass. And, but I did a lot of the keyboard programming because I was the first guy that had like a sequencer system. So I was always looking for the next best keyboard and the new things. And the Mirage, man, I gotta tell you, I used it so much, and I still use those sounds a lot today.
You know, my whole sampling ethic has been to mix and match the kinds of music that I listened to growing up, which included whacked out classical music. So, you know, I'm as likely to find Bartok and Al Green on the same track nowadays as I am you know, Lightnin' Hopkins and Prince or something. And I think this is what I call genre splicing. It's a new biotech way of making music, having all these disparate people meet in the studio.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Steve Altman. I'm the Ensoniq comic. Actually, this is a digital sampling keyboard. Bet you didn't know that, huh? Actually, I got mine from the folks at Time Life. You know how it works? Read the book. This is so totally cool. Takes sounds, puts them on a disc like a computer. Version 2 is free. Did you know that? Yeah, there's your piano. Got some rap sounds in here. It's pretty cool. You know, that's kind of neat. You like this one? It's just... The audience is listening! Yeah.
It helps when you have a tool, you know, what you kind of want. You kind of don't want to have to take 3, 4, and 5 weeks to learn the tool. You kind of want to just go right into it, and this allows you to just get your ideas down.
Pick your guitar up, you go into record and play, you get a 4-bar click, and then you're right into recording.
Stop and play it back just by pushing play. Very simple, very easy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my part down. It goes like this. Record and play. And I'm done.
I'm going to put this in the right side and do exactly the same thing on the second RAM track. There's like 2 RAM tracks you got to deal with, so I'll use the second one, which is B. Select that, do the same exact thing again, and just lay an overdub on top of it. Okay, let's see what that sounds like.
Since they've come out with version 2, man, that has just opened up a whole new horizon for me.
Just what you've been waiting for.
One great product after another.
Version 2, it's awesome, baby!
The Ensoniq 2.0, the only way to go to the hoop.
Ensoniq's a knockout.
Ensoniq, what a sound. Go for 2.
If you want a sound, you can make any possible sound you want.
Acoustic guitars, pianos, organs.
There's some cool bass sounds in the Ensoniq, man, the coolest.
I found this one sound, which is Latino percussion on the CD-ROM. I love it. It's great. It's so crisp, it's so clean.
Some of the sounds, I hear jam bass used, man, on every jingle, every commercial.
It sounds so good, and the sounds are so crisp that I just can't imagine Ensoniq coming up with anything better.
The reason I chose Ensoniq is because I felt that, having listened to everything, that they had the realest, live-sounding drums and percussion.
There's like so many sources of sounds on these CD-ROMs that just go through the list and go load the macro, boom, it's in there fast. It's like no floppies, no nothing, no waiting for time. You know, smoking a cigarette, have a cup of coffee before your sound loads. You just like dump the sound in so quick.
And there was an old CD that I played the CD, and I said, wow, that's a really nice groove. And I came in and put the CD on and push sample and push instrument and push start and sample it and finish the song. And I'm sitting here like, I just finished the song in like 15 minutes.
I was listening to some record a guy was mixing at his house when lightning struck, and he left it in the mix, you know? And I thought, that's my kind of guy, you know? Like, if only I'd have been in there working during the earthquake, you know, I'd come up with something, you know?
I feel sorry for the helicopter pilots, because these guys are flying over Baghdad, those new high-tech helicopters, the Stinger missiles, the smart bombs, little heat vision stuff, the display stuff, the night flying, and then the war's over. They're back in the States doing local traffic reports for the radio stations. A little ticked off about that. Hey, there's a type on the freeway down there. It's a brown Mercedes-Benz at the Beverly Hills exit. Let's just get rid of that rich pinhead right now. What do you say? Don't you wish you could do that? Carry this keyboard around the car with you? Hey, Dan, that guy had his blinker on since downtown! What are you looking at?
You have 16 tracks of of sequencing with this instrument.
I've never seen a keyboard that could do everything in a writing situation, a studio situation, or whatever. Having the two digital audio tracks is amazing.
You could bounce them together, you could punch in and out, you could do whatever you want to do with that, just like a tape recorder, and you could directly master them directly to DAT out of this unit.
And it's like you can basically walk into a studio with an ASR-10 and a movie drive and one hard drive full of sounds, and it can be a complete album.
I think I'm your ultimate low-tech type in the sense that I like being able to go right out from the keyboard into the DAT machine, and with the digital in-outs, I like to avoid everything. I'll print it with effects. I like the effects in here. There's something like 12 new effects in here.
You should be aware of the fact that all of the ASR-10 sounds can be loaded into the TS-10, which makes them a perfect match, very compatible.
If it goes down to people who listen to music and not people who like read 7 points past the decimal, you know, it's fine with me.
My standalone unit on the road is an ASR-10, the Bernoulli iOmega hard drive with 150 megs in a little cartridge, which is removable. It's great. And the Macintosh CD300 CD-ROM player. With that, I could do a lot of damage.
When I do Frankenstein live, we play with a trio, and Carmine Peace is our drummer, and John Duva is the guitarist. And I use a combination of the TS-10 and the ASR-10. The TS-10 is doing most of the sequencing, and it plays bass parts and piano, and I use the ASR for the Hammond B3 organ sound, which I love.
Just this one piece of gear. That's my studio that I carry around with me.
Lots of times I think when I'm traveling with this, I write from here because it's just so easy, you know what I mean? And you kind of hear the sound of the bass in your mind.
I have the EPS 16 Plus and the TS-10 and the ASR-10 and the DP-4. So I'm loaded with Ensoniq products.
This project, Was Not Was Has Fallen to Me, and so I've been doing it alone in a garage with 6,000 records and an ASR-10 and TS-10 and a DP-4 and all those other great toys, and sample-generated project, and you know, the ASR-10 pretty much is, you know, all you need to do something like that.
We have two 24-track studios, but two 24-track studios don't accommodate 5 producers who are all creative at the same time.
The ad people get so sick of using jingle houses to cut commercials that they come to somebody who's got some cachet in pop music thinking they'll get a fresh sound. And they do for a while until they wring the freshness out of you. And whether it's my own project or those, I find that, you know, I can throw 3 samples together and a guitar player and usually have it done without having to contract a string quartet or something like that.
And what we're doing is we're setting up workshops that each producer has an ASR-10 and a hard drive, you know, at home, where he can just create entire songs and just bring the songs in.
I can't say enough about Ensoniq. I'm a big fan of the company. They continue to be on the cutting edge and to come up with great new products. I don't know how you guys do it.
I've been strictly Ensoniq since '86, man.
It's definitely the keyboard with everything.
The ASR-10 sounds good, feels good. It's really easy to use, and I could start working with it right away. I had no problem with it, and it's absolutely a piece of cake. Gotta have one.
respect.